Today is October 1st, and that means that Sober October is officially in full swing. I'm pretty excited about this because this is the 6th year that I'm doing Sober October, and having gone through this so many times, I figured it might be beneficial for someone else for me to share some things that have helped me, some things that I've learned just going through this challenge myself. And to do that, first I want to give a backstory, and I also have to explain a bit of a paradox that everyone faces if they go through with the Sober October challenge. Now, like I said, I've done this 6 years now. The first year I did it was 2019, and I think I actually succeeded then. Last year, I failed the very first day, and I made it the next 30 days. And I have a long history of substance problems, but using Sober October, I've been able to overcome many of those and actually spend quite a lot of time sober when at certain points in my life I was spending virtually zero time sober. So I really love this challenge. I hope that it could help you out if you need it. And really, it's just a fun thing to try because it's a change of pace, it's a change of habit. Really, it gives you a chance to reflect on yourself and your life and see, is this really the trajectory that I want to go in? And am I really spending the time that I have in the day doing the things that I want with the people that I want for the result that I want, It's really about reflection and just having a clear mind. And that's what sobriety means to me, is being clear-headed. If you look into the actual definition of it, it's kind of ambiguous. It means something like stern or strict or serious. It's not necessarily related to alcohol, although that's what people use it for. For me, sobriety is about being clear-headed, and that means no alcohol, no cannabis, no nicotine because of the head buzz. I don't even use CBD. Really, it's any drugs. And I use drugs in quotations because it could be really anything. Pills, I don't know. Now, you want to start with the blank slate. This is really the way to do it. You start with the blank slate. You get rid of everything. If you don't want to break it or toss it or, throw it out, hide it, get rid of it, just get it out of your sight. Out of sight, out of mind. That's what some people say. It works to a certain degree. If you really want to quit, break it, throw it out, get rid of it. That's what I have to say. Now, the paradox that you're going to run into with Sober October is what I call the pain paradox. When you're going through something painful, what we want to do is go back to our comfort zone, right? We don't want to keep going through that fire, but that's exactly what you have to do, because if you go back to your comfort zone, it's not going to stop hurting. You still feel that pain, and in fact, it starts to hurt even more now because you're less exposed to it. Your tolerance starts going down to pain. You're just a shut-in. You can't handle it anymore. But if you actually have some willpower, you take that incentive, you go through the fire, you go into it, into more pain, you accept the pain, you take it on, your tolerance actually goes up, and now you could better withstand the pain, and you can actually take on heavier challenges and heavier burdens, and you get stronger. And that's the pain paradox, is when doing Sober October, you have to take on more challenge. You can't just, pour out your bottles and throw out your drugs, and all that time that you would spend in the week. Let's say like you were doing this stuff 5 hours in the week. What are you going to do? Just sit on your phone scrolling TikTok on your Tlimbler, whatever they are right now, whatever they're doing on their phones, scrolling. Are you just going to do that for 5 hours? You can't do that. So you have to do something productive and actually challenging. And the pain paradox is that you have to take on more challenge. You have to avoid being bored. Avoid it at any cost, basically, because that's how you get back into these bad habits. You have to become busy and productive. And taking on more responsibility will actually progress you towards where you want to go, or maybe even where you want to grow, because really we are growing in different areas of our lives. And you could either grow in how good you are at drinking, or you can grow in how good you are at push-ups. Some people achieve the ability to drink 40 beers. Some people achieve the ability to do 40 push-ups. It just depends on where you're putting your time, and that's what this is about. On a large scale, that's what this is about. Where are you putting your time? How are you spending your time? Are you being productive, or are you drinking, drugging, doing this stuff? That's what Sober October is about. So without further ado, I've spent enough time rambling. These are 6 general rules that should help you out this month. I really hope they do. They've helped me out a ton over the years. Number 1 is that you have to avoid late nights. You have nothing productive going on at 8 or 9 p.m. Let's be honest. Like, that's the prime time for television watching, Netflix, and chill. That is the prime time for smoking, drinking, drugging, all the ings. Go to bed. Go to bed, wake up at 4 a.m. Go to bed at 8 p.m., wake up at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. is like the most productive time of the day. You get up at 4 a.m. and you're well rested. That's rule number 2. Get good sleep. 8 hours of sleep, wake up early. If you could do that, you're going to be so productive in the morning. You're going to be like a completely different person. And that's what this thing's about, is you got to break that loop of your bad habits, and you actually have to start greasing the groove for some good habits. And one of these things that you could do is wake up early. If you have a couple hours early in the morning, right when you wake up, to plan out your day, to get a workout in, to get some work in while everyone else is asleep or recovering from the, garbage they were doing last night, you're ahead of everyone. There's a very small group of people that are going to wake up early, put in the work, and not get ahead. So do that. Wake up, avoid times that people are rowdy, so go to bed early, wake up early, and you're going to avoid that perfectly. You're not going to be going to any parties because no one's going to have a party at 4 a.m. or at 4 p.m. So first 2 rules: in bed early, right? And wake up early. So get a good amount of sleep. That's also super important. But those are the first 2 rules. The third one is going to be to avoid parties / people that use substances for at least a short period of time. This is a bad feedback loop, and I might talk a little bit more about this. A bad feedback loop just means when you complete this loop, it gives you motivation to do it again, but it's actually bad for you. So when I eat a bag of potato chips, I down that whole bag, I binge eat that thing, and then I don't feel very good. But after a few hours, the bacteria and my microbiome has consumed this food, and now it wants more of that. So a week later, when I haven't had any potato chips, these microbiome bacteria are signaling to my brain, hey, get some more potato chips. That's a bad feedback loop. I eat it, my body wants more. It's not good for me. It's not the proper fuel, and you want to avoid doing that with people and things and just about anything. If you're drinking with people and that leads to more drinking with people, get rid of that. Like, don't hang out with those people, at least for a little while, or spend time with them during the day. Don't go out for brunch and get endless mimosas, but maybe get a lunch and some freaking steak. I don't know. Don't hang out with these people. Just like, if they're not doing Sober October, if your goals don't align with theirs, don't hang out with them. You could see them again, but don't make it like a priority of yours. Now, one thing you're going to want to make a priority is actually chasing natural delights, such as good food. For me, that means red meat. I love red meat. I'm a huge proponent of red meat. I'm going to push that on anybody. I think everybody should eat red meat in large quantities. I think you should get a lot of protein, and probably more than you think you should. So get good food. Enjoy these natural delights like fitness and mobility, these things that compounds over time. This is a good feedback loop, right? You run a little bit. Next time you could run a little bit more. And this motivates you to keep on going because you're progressing, you're getting better. Productive socialization. I wrote that down. So I don't know, join a club, a sport, a trade if you've got one of those going on, if you do woodworking, or maybe you want to put some extra hours in with your job. Maybe you want to do some handyman work. Maybe you're a plumber and you could do that on the side. Something productive that gives you fulfillment, shows you that, like, I'm really doing something in this world. It could be as simple as taking a walk, a natural delight. Get some freaking sunlight in your eyes early in the morning, ideally. Vitamin D, good food, good women, good things. I think there was a saying like that. Good water. I don't know. Drink water, hydrate. Chase natural delights. That's a great way to put it. I don't think I need to explain that one any further. What you should also be doing is avoiding low vibration / negative ROI activities. These are sort of like unconscious activities that we do. So snacking, eating junk food, processed foods, really cut it out. Cut it all out. Freaking change your life this month. Speaking of change your life, click that link below. Book a call with me. I do personal training. I can help you lose 25 pounds in just 75 days, or I'll give you your money back. And Sober October is a perfect opportunity to really sink into your training, to just sculpt yourself. You know what I mean? Just like grab yourself and just start sculpting yourself, your shoulders, sculpt everything. Freaking destroy your body physically, not through substances and garbage, but through work and going through difficult things. That's gonna really help you out. Like in the future, long term. We're thinking long term. We're not doing Sober October because it's a short term pleasure. We're doing it because it offers great long term benefits. Remember that. And of course, if you're going to be avoiding low vibration, negative return on investment activities, if you're going to be avoiding negative feedback loops, anything that's going to keep you down and depressed and in those negative emotions, angry, anxious, envious, any of that, if you're going to do that, you have to simultaneously be seeking new positive ROI activities. This is going to be key, really. It's absolutely crucial. You don't stop progressing. In biology, there's a rule that says if you are not growing, you're shrinking. Everything is either growing or it's dying. That's just the rule of biology. If a cell is not taking energy in and growing, then it is burning fuel and it's shrinking. So you have to continue to expand yourself. And like I said at the beginning, or just a little while ago, you have to take on more challenges, and finding new high return on investment activities is going to be doing this for you. If you don't work out, start working out. If you don't do any investing, set a little money on the side, start investing, do more research. 95% research, 5% trading. If you want to learn a new skill or get a new hobby, do that. It's just about spending your time consciously, thinking about what you're doing. That's what this whole thing is about. The whole thing, the whole month, honestly, the whole world maybe, but definitely the whole month. It's about being conscious, and that's what sobriety really means, is consciously, seriously working on something, being present in the moment, not running away, not hiding, but being honest with yourself and seeing who am I under all these layers. When I paint all these layers onto myself, I got the freaking weed color, I got the alcohol color, I got the nicotine color, I got the freaking pills, the whole bottle of paint. What am I like underneath that? What am I like under all those layers? What am I like fasted? A lot of people don't know who they really are. And that's sad, because if you don't know who you are, you can never do what you really want to do, because you'll never know what it is. So that's really it. I'll go through those one more time. Avoid late nights. Wake up early. Get a good 8 hours of sleep. Avoid parties and people that use substances, at least for the time being for this month. Chase natural delights. avoid negative slash low ROI activities slash low vibrational negative feedback loops, and seek positive activities, high vibrational conscious activities, sports, hobbies, even like something like taking a walk, walking someone's dog, I don't know. Anything productive, anything. You can do it. I believe in you. And most importantly, try to enjoy the month, because if you can't enjoy it, what's the point? You should be able to enjoy it. It is enjoyable once you get a feel for it. Trust me. I've been through this a few times. It wasn't easy at the start. And in fact, I can't say that it's gotten easier, but I can say that I've gotten better. And through my own improvements, I've been able to see how I can actually work through these problems, right? I wasn't always struggling with substances. In fact, when I started Sober October, I was still of the mindset that all substances should pretty much be avoided. But that's not what I did with my life. I was lonely and sad and anxious, and I have all sorts of excuses for why I went down this path of self-destruction. At the end of the day, all I can say is that I did it. I did that, and now I'm learning ways to avoid having to do that, because I didn't need to do destructive things to myself. I didn't need to use substances to accept who I am. I didn't need to run away from who I am, and I don't think anyone should be doing that. So try to enjoy the month. Do your best. Be grateful for what you have, and don't feel too bad if you fail, if you fall. Just get back on the horse, keep on going, because this ride has no destination. We're here for the long time, not the good time, even though I'm still having a good time. So maybe that's just luck on my part. I like to think that the long run is really the good one. The short one is full of stress, and it's good sometimes, but there's a lot more ups and downs, and really that long-term vision, that's where you can really see the progress. That's where you can see that exponential curve take off. The short term, you don't see that. You might feel the high, you might feel good about it, but at the end of the day, it's night, and you go to bed, you wake up, you're the same person. If that person has been spending all their time drinking and drugging, that's who you are. If that person has been spending their time working on themselves, trying to make themselves better, actually progressing, trying to save themselves, trying to be a hero, then that's who they are. They're a hero. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Click that link below to work one-on-one with me. Come on. My next client gets the program half off. I said that in a few videos ago. I haven't gotten a new client since then. So book a call. I look forward to speaking with you, and thank you for watching. Bye.